About Oscar night, my deepest hope is that these two intelligent, capable men have an opportunity to heal, talk this out, and reconcile. The state of the world today, we need them both.
On the ever-so-famous night of the 2022 Oscars, an infamous occurrence took place. Of course, it was nothing but the slap that possibly echoed throughout the entire room. Well, we all know how things escalated from just a movie reference joke directed at Will Smith's wife, Jada Pinkett Smith. Will Smith, who seemed to laugh at first, saw his wife's reaction, did an Oscar-deserving mood switch, and proceeded to walk onto the stage and take a swing at the comedian, which now the couple is apologizing for. Yup, you better want to stick around till the end of this video to see if this tale has a peaceful ending. But before that, of course, we'd like to ask you guys to absolutely destroy that like and subscribe button, share this video, and don't forget to turn on post notifications so that you can be the first one to know when the fresh hot tea is spilled. Alright guys, let's dive into it. Well, the apology starts off not from Will nor Jada, but from the Academy hosting the Oscars. The Academy of Motion Picture Arts and Sciences has issued a formal apology to Chris Rock. They also expressed great contentment with his handling of the matter. He was on stage presenting a full-on Oscar show when he made a joke about Will Smith's wife, Jada Pinkett Smith, which prompted the actor to march onto the platform, and the rest was history.
Oh, wow! Wow!
Chris Rock endured, continued to present, announcing the Best Documentary Feature nominations and winners. We apologize to Mr. Rock for what had happened on our stage, and we appreciate you for your courage in that moment, the Academy stated in a statement, according to AFP. Jimmy Kimmel and other late-night talk show hosts, as well as many others on social media, have commended Chris Rock for being calm and carrying on. As his perpetrator walked back to his seat, he shouted, "Will Smith knocked the S out of me." That was the greatest night on television, he added.
Will Smith just smacked the shit out of me. That was a greatest night in the history of television. Okay.
But what about Will Smith? Has he personally given an apology to Chris Rock? When the time came for him to accept his Academy Award or his Oscar, he came on stage with heartfelt expressions and tears in his eyes. While accepting his award and giving his speech, he did apologize to the Academy for his actions, but never even uttered Chris's name. Here are a few of the lines he mentions in his speech. Richard Williams was a fierce defender of his family. In this time in my life, in this moment, I am overwhelmed by what God is calling on me to do and be in this world. This is in reference to the character he plays in the movie King Richard, which was King Richard himself, for which he got the award. Yes, the movie is based on the tennis star and portrays his bond with his family. He calls him and Richard defenders to vindicate the actions he committed prior to earning the award. He adds on to this because later on in the speech he says, "I want to apologize to the Academy. I want to apologize to all my fellow nominees." He conveys his sorrows and regrets to the Academy, but as you can see, never directly to the receiver of his smack. It won't be enough to clear the air though. The Academy announced in a statement that disciplinary action against Mr. Smith has begun, as well as the fact that he was asked to lead the Oscars after slapping Chris Rock. Well, he specifically apologized to Chris Rock in an Instagram post the day after the entire event. In the post, Will Smith says, "Violence in all of its forms is poisonous and destructive. My behavior at last night's Academy Awards was unacceptable and inexcusable. Jokes at my expense are a part of the job, but a joke about Jada's medical condition was too much for me to bear, and I reacted emotionally." I mean, can you really blame the guy? Chris Rock literally made a joke about his wife's medical condition and acted on what he felt was rational at the spur of the moment, and now is apologizing for it. He continues to say, "I would like to publicly apologize to you, Chris. I was out of line and I was wrong. I am embarrassed and my actions were not indicative of the man I want to be. There is no place for violence in a world of love and kindness. I would also like to apologize to the Academy, the producers of the show, all the attendees, and everyone watching around the world. I would like to apologize to the Williams family and my King Richard family. I deeply regret that my behavior has stained what has been an otherwise gorgeous journey for all of us. I am a work in progress. Sincerely, Will." Wow, that was a great apology coming from Will, but what about Jada? I mean, if you pay close attention to the clip, you can see that Will was clearly laughing at the joke, but when he sees that his wife is unhappy, he slapped Chris. So in one sense, there can be some justification for saying that it was Jada's fault, but does she say anything? Well, Pinkett Smith has remained relatively quiet on the matter since her husband hit him over a joke about her shaved head. She posted a simple graphic on Instagram on March 29 saying, "This is a season for healing, and I'm here for it." During the 5th season premiere of her Facebook Watch series, Pinkett Smith shared this message. Red Table Talk began with a note, a slide actually, to viewers before diving into an interview with Janelle Monáe. They said, "Considering all that has happened in the last few weeks, the Smith family has been focusing on deep healing," the statement said. "Some of the discoveries around our healing will be shared at the table when the time calls." The second slide said, "Until then, the table will continue offering itself to powerful, inspiring, and healing testimonies like that of our incredibly impressive first guest. Thanks for joining us." According to Twitter, she also said, "My deepest hope is that these two intelligent, capable men have an opportunity to heal, talk this out, and reconcile. The state of the world today, we need them both, and we all actually need one another more than ever. Until then, Will and I are continuing to do what we have done for the last 28 years, and that's keep figuring out this thing called life together. Thank you for listening. Considering what I've been through with my own health and what happened at the Oscars, thousands have reached out to me with their stories," she says on the Red Table Talk episode. "I'm using this moment to give our alopecia family an opportunity to talk about what it's like to have this condition and to inform people about what alopecia actually is." You see, Jada, even before the incident, has spoken a lot about her medical condition and always says, "You never know what people are going through." In fact, in an earlier Red Table Talk episode where she interviewed Chesley Christ's mother, they talked about Chesley's medical issues, and an Instagram post on that episode was made by Jada. The post says, "This show for Gammy Norris, Willow Smith, and me was so powerful and deeply moving. You never know what people are going through. I'm grateful to Chesley's mother and bonus dad for having the courage, strength, and willingness to speak about Chesley and her struggles with high-functioning depression." She continues to say, "This episode continues to validate that there is so much more that lies beneath us all that our assumptions about one another and perceptions cannot meet. When we think we know, we block our chance to truly see someone who may need to be seen in a different way than how they are presenting themselves." You can clearly see her true feelings on this issue through this single post. She carried on with a post saying, "This show opened my eyes in a very deep way. I'm sending strength and giving thoughts to all those who love Chesley and to anyone who has lost a loved one by suicide. This won't be an easy show to watch, but it's an important one. Join us tomorrow. Love, Jada." In fact, on the issue of the whole Will Smith slapping Chris Rock thingy, someone pretended to be Chris Rock and wrote a whole fake apology as Chris Rock. The fake statement says, "As a comedian, it can be difficult to understand which lines are to be crossed and which ones aren't. Last night, I crossed a line that I shouldn't have and paid the enormous price of my reputation as a renowned comedian. Comedy is never about poking fun at or making light of people with major ordeals happening in their lives. Comedy is about using real-life circumstances to create laughter and bring light to an otherwise dark world. With that said, I sincerely apologize to my friends, Jada Pinkett Smith, Will Smith, and the rest of the Smith family for the disrespect and disregard I displayed, which was unfortunately broadcast for the world to see. I hope that with time, forgiveness can come of the situation, and we can all be better, more considerate people in the end. Chris Rock." Now, if I'm being honest, for a fake message, this is pretty well done. However, it has had an impact on the views of the masses. But at the end of the day, the thing that we can all take away from this video is that our actions verily have consequences, that these prices shall be paid by us only. Whether some choose to learn from it or repeat it remains to be their choice. What Will did that day may or may not be with good intentions, but the action alone itself spoke 1,000 different words all at once. And with that, we have come to the end of today's video. Since you made it to the end and enjoyed watching this video, please be sure to mash that like button. Also, don't forget to share this video and subscribe to our channel. Check the channel out for more jaw-dropping news updates and turn on post notifications so that you can get notified the next time we upload. See you all again in the next video. But until then, goodbye!
I'm Will Smith, and I'm signing off the internet.